pressure or the weight on their shoulders. Like a quarterback, hopes and dreams of an entire fan base of teams ride on whether their signal power can lead them to glory. And boy, what a matchup of two elite dudes we have in this one. Welcome to Burgess Snow Field at Amherst Stadium, home to the Jacksonville State Gamecocks. As we'll see a participant from last year's playoff, the Baylor Bears, taking on a team from Conference USA, the Jacksonville State Gamecocks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Bears offense will take the field first. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game. And he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, Dave.
Yeah, it was a great week. And watching that tape before this game, like you can tell, man, he was seeing it quick. The ball was coming out. Touchdowns at will. A really nice day. And I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after that performance. So I'm anticipating the playbook to expand a little bit in this game. Maybe see some new schemes in the passing game just based on what this guy was able to do the last time he took the field.
Early in the game as a DB, I'm settling in. It's okay if I give up 4, 6, 7 yards. I'm just trying to get settled in, gauge the speed, and then later on, adjust to the speed of the game.
Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
There's nothing better than opening drive, coming out as an away team. Everybody's got all that excitement, all that energy, and being able to run the football and physically exert yourself to start a football game.
Wants to go up top on first down. It's caught. It's Roberts.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows. He can run slants. He can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
And the QB going a little bit of touch, trying to feather that thing up in the air and give his receiver a chance to go up high and try to get over top of the defender. Nice job by the defense seeing the football, breaking on it, and getting the ball on the ground.
Reads and fires complete. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. Convert that third down on the slant. Now everybody sort of settles into the game.
Yeah, you do have nerves. I mean, everybody does. Opening drive, that you watched film, and how good are they really? And you get that.
Looking for the end zone. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
The quarterback receiver just not on the same page on that passing play. Timing has got to be so critical, especially when you're throwing to the perimeter of the field. They just didn't have it.
End off from the shotgun. Brings it again. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down.
This opening drive has been all offense. Really good job. Nice scripted plays. Taking advantage. Strung together a nice series. But here's all that matters for defense. We don't even care about yards anymore. Can I keep him out of the end zone? Great job right here. Step up. Get a stop. Force him either to kick a field goal or get no points. And this drive is still a success.
Backed up now. Here's second and long. Couldn't connect on first down. Now back to the air. Finds his big tight end. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be first and goal. The Bears had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. Second and goal for this offense. Here we go. Back to pass. Had it in his hands for the score, and played the ball in return. It'll be third down.
And this is the part of the field, man, you really got to have a plan because these windows get smaller and you're trying to fit that ball into the end zone. It's difficult to do. Quarterback, receivers, they got to be.
Touchdown Bears! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
What a nice job by the offense. First drive of the game, they matriculated down the field, put themselves in a goal-to-go situation on third down. It's not going to be easy throwing it, but they win the matchup, accurate throw, and they get paid.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. So Jacksonville State's offense will try to get something started with their first possession. And they're going to have to contend with a secondary that is one of the best in the nation, Jesse.
And they're a complete secondary, too. When you watch them on film, they're very good defending the pass and coverage, and they can play man and zone. But I like them, David, because they're not afraid to go to the face of the thing. Everybody in the back end likes to tackle and likes to be physical. That's what makes them special.
Yeah, and it's just an elite group in the back end. Multiple guys that win their individual matchups, which makes it hard to run offense. And this is a group that, yes, they tackle well, they see the football well, they break on it well. You better worry about the ground game. You better get some kind of deception going against the secondary.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
You gotta have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm gonna start, and I'm gonna stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. And then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. A great job in the base defense making a play.
That's caught. It's Ramsauer. And he converts on third down as he gets it out to the 26.
That's a third down the offense simply had to have there. You're obviously trailing early in this game. You're trying to generate some momentum. So third down, defense is playing zone. You just got to find a soft spot in coverage and make it easier.
Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. Oh, he's got some space. Touchdown, Baylor! The defense takes matters into its own hands.
Defenses are always trying to force turnovers, to get the ball back to their offense, make those big plays. You know what the cherry on the sundae is? When you force the turnover, the pill hits the ground, you scoop it up, and you take it all the way back to the house. Huge play for this defense.
And he's going to bring it out. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Jacksonville State has it back, and the Gamecocks will go to work. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. They'll start this drive going to the air. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. And the Gamecocks have put themselves in dire straits after that last play at 2nd and a mile. Wants to go up top. Caught in the backfield, it's Ramsauer. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your... in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
Complete downfield. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38.
As a head coach, you love it when your quarterback is locked in early. Opening drive, throws a touchdown pass. Really nice throw on that last play. Here in the second drive, he's firing on all cylinders. You can tell this guy did his homework coming into this game, and right now it's paying off.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
After picking couple at 2nd and 8. Power football with the run. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. 2nd down coming up.
Get set, get set.
Grab behind the line. It's McLeod. He's close to the 1st down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
Great effort by the defense here. Offense trying to go wide receiver screen. How about the speed on defense rallying to the football?
The Gamecocks are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced him into 4th down. Punt is in the air. And there will be no return on this one, and he can't get it out of bounds. The ball will come out to the 20. That's the end of the period. Baylor is on top. And they jumped out to that edge early. As we wrap up the first, let's take a quick look at our game stats. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Wide receiver going in motion. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Oh, he's ready to take a shot. He's got it for a big play. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets it to midfield. Now they'll try to cash in this drive. 1st and 10 from the 50. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man downfield. Ripping through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line. And the Bears getting set on 1st and 10.
Right, 2nd quarter, getting closer to the half. Offense is still having a lot of success stringing some 1st downs together. Defense is going to need to figure something out before they get to halftime.
This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the 1st down. The Bears are in the red zone. Leaves it with the back. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. 2nd down coming up with this red zone opportunity. He wants it all. Pass is broken up. Incomplete as they were trying to strike for 6.
Tell you what, that's a lightning-fast decision. You can tell he knew what he wanted to do right away, makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good, and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that. I know that.
On 3rd and short, trying to impose their will and move the chains. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Bears! These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Quarterback on the keeper. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. The inside handoff. There he goes! And tackled there by the defense. And the Gamecocks headed quickly to the line. Leaves it with the back. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks.
And just nowhere to go for that runner. He had no choice. That defense, they were bringing it up front. Everybody winning their one-on-ones, and they completely had him surrounded.
And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up. These guys offensively have
Picked it off, and this defense really needed something to go right.
It's all about making plays, and this guy's been waiting to make his mark on this team. He gets his first interception of the season. What a momentum-changing play for his team.
See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it first and 10 at the 50. Going right to work up top. And the pass to the sideline will pick up a short gain.
The thing I like about the slot receiver, he's really intentional in his route run. The quarterback always knows exactly where he's going to be on the field. They've got great chemistry together.
Second down, he'll throw it. Makes the grab on the left. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. On the option. Fouls through the defense. And he didn't get the pitch off, and he paid the price.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to get the 3. He's going to try to knock one through from 49 yards away. Never a doubt.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Dumps it off in the flats. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
And the Bears can really attack on this second and short.
29 Philly. 2-9 Philly. Double right.
Looking to fire. Oh, he wants it all. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down.
And guys, if I'm on offense, I am staying aggressive. I know you didn't connect there, but make sure you keep testing this defense, because even if you complete one of those throws, that could be the game-breaking play.
It'll be a run on third and short. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47.
And that's a welcome sight. Like, this offense has really struggled. Bottom 50 in college football in first downs. So they'll take anything they can get. Nice third down conversion. Let's get some positive plays. Keep it third and short. Find a way to get this offense in an upward trajectory, because so far this season, they've really struggled.
We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. The Bears will snap it on first and 10. Sends it back in motion. Looking to throw on first down. The throw to the outside is complete. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
And these quarterbacks have to really trust their wide receivers that they're going to be disciplined and run to the right route when they're corners are sitting there on the inside, and the worst thing that could happen is to miss inside, and that cornerback can go in the other direction.
Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, 3rd down, find that. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he
fires deep toward the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity.
Well, the offense is trying to take a shot deep down the field. How about the coverage? Knocking that ball away and doing it clean. No PI on that one.
They go to the ground. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Nice play of the drive coming up, but this one will be tough. 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the right. Wide open downfield. Turning it on. Touchdown, Baylor! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
And we are officially in blowout mode. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen so many explosive plays, and they score again before going in at halftime, guys. I'm hoping we can have a running clock here in the second half.
He'll return it. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Got it in the middle. It's McLeod. They get him down at the 36. It will be a first down. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Motion from the wide receiver. Looking to throw on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Ramsell. They'll immediately call timeout.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
Looking to go up top in times, running out in the half. Flicks it out of the air. They'll ride him out of bounds after the good pickup spotted at the 25-yard line. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Used the play fake, now throw. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Tight end finds a soft spot. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. And here on second down, they'll send out the field goal unit to try to get 3 before the break. Smashes it between the uprights. That late in the half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And the Bears will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. The returner will field it and bring it back. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Guys, we'll see what Jacksonville State can get going on 0. They start this third quarter in a big hole, and they have to start climbing out right now.
And they're going to have to be really aggressive, Reese. Like this offense, when I'm playing from behind, every possession means so much more. And if you look the other side, the defense, they haven't given much resistance.
Yeah, nothing has gone their way in the first half offensively. And you know now, based on how this defense is playing with their confidence, that you are going to be challenged on every single snap. So buckle up, get your mind right, and get ready to come back in this game.
The Gamecocks in a good spot here with second and short. The give to the back. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Gets it out to the 38-yard line after picking up 10 on that one. And the Gamecocks with the 1st and 10. Here's a quick throw out to the left. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down.
And a nice job finding my wide receiver. And then how about the wide receiver turning into a running back, getting upfield, getting some positive yards, and getting the first down.
Running back searching for a hole. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. The Gamecocks with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. He's got it again. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage, he'll lose a yard.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. And we talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
And the Gamecocks will call on their punt team. Gets it away, solid distance, but more importantly, trying to keep it away from that return man. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. They cashed in on a short field last time they had it, and now they'll go to work from their own end. Wide receiver comes in motion. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Keeps it moving for a 3-yard gain to the 24. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out.
Okay, ready?
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6.
Jackrabbit. Ready, go.
Off the play fake. Fires to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Breaks into the open. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
Ready up.
This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air. Chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. Got a man. Hard running there. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot, the quarterback gets it to him early, you can turn that field. You saw that right there.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. They'll move the wide receiver. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets to the ball, he's hitting the outside, David. It puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why the offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of the spot.
It's good. Easy call for the refs. And now the lead is even bigger. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Gentlemen, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in Conference USA. Middle Tennessee is down right now, but this young man under center has shown some moxie. You could see a legend born today in Murfreesboro. They're trailing by 10 to New Mexico State. Conference USA tends to make its presence felt, and we'll circle back if anything big happens you should know about.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere.
This guy's gotten off to a good statistical start, guys. With that last completion, he's already now over 1,000 passing yards on the season, and man, you know he's looking for more.
So now it's 2nd and long. Back to pass. Snagged out of the air. They get it out to the 36 and on the move after a pickup of 15.
That's a huge First throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Now the play fake. Incomplete. Looked as if he had his man, but just a misfire from this senior.
Well, you can see the mindset of this offense changing quickly. They're in the late in the third quarter. They're down on the scoreboard. They've got to get aggressive, and they've got to throw the ball if they want a chance to win this game. But the defense knows it. It's going to be really hard for this quarterback now. The windows are going to be small like it was that time throwing the incompletion.
Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. The Gamecocks decide to punt it away. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Quick release on the RPO. Stopped at the 42, but he got 15 yards on the play.
Well, this defense is going to have to find a way to start mixing up their coverages. They're in a tough spot. They're down right now, so most people would think the opponent would be running the ball, but when you've had the success these guys have had throwing it, you're going to see more shot plays. You better change your looks up, try and get a takeaway to get back in this game.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. They'll give it to the back. And he doesn't find much running room. A short gain on the play. Let's see what they find in the playbook for third and long from the 43. From the gun, wants to pass. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete. The Bears will punt this one away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Probably not quite as good as he hoped as it goes out of bounds at the 20-yard line. Jacksonville State has it back, and the Gamecocks will go to work. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
He'll pull it on the read. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
Well, the defense did a pretty good job that time on the option play of having someone dedicating themselves to the quarterback to get him down. Not enough to stop the offense from picking up the first down, though. The defense really needs to be keyed in on this because they're going to see this option play more and more as this game goes on.
They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. And he's tackled, but there's also a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Holding. Offense.
Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. They'll run this play from the pistol.
Let's go.
They want to throw it. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
And we've seen a lot of that from this offense, unfortunately. Just quarterback and wide receivers just not in sync. And sometimes it happens and they get out of sync and they don't make big plays. But, man, you're in a huge deficit. You need big plays down the field, so somebody's got to make a play for their quarterback.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
I play call on offense. I like you trying to get the running back involved in the pass game, too. Defense was ready for that one. Let's see what you got dialed up on third.
Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. And the missed connection on 3rd down.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much.
He'll off one deep down the left side. Downfield and incomplete. The defense holds.
Listen, with the aggressiveness of offenses and taking chances, a lot of times it's going to put your defense in a hole. And this defense is going to have to come through in the clutch right here because you're trailing. They can't get more scores. They got to get a stop on this possession. The offense is going to have to do better than they just did. And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football. You preserve the lead. You got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Defense there to stop him at the 20. Let's give him 3 yards on that carry.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs.
And he'll run into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears! They tack a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start.
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the O.
Bringing it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Guys, we'll see what Jacksonville State can get going on O. We'll see if that failed 4th down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
When you hear about it all the time in football, go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that 1st down. You can see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
He'll do it himself. It's a fumble. They were lucky that fumble went out of bounds. They'll maintain possession.
And that's one of those where you just go, dadgummit, if we had a little bit more space. Nice job creating the fumble, but just running out of real estate, not able to land on it. Man, you just get a little bit frustrated because you wanted that turnover. You caused the fumble, you just couldn't secure it.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. He's got enough for the 1st down. They'll spot it at the 37. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Gamecocks are moving quickly down the field. They'll try the run. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, but whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front 7 has dominated this entire game.
You got to like this defense, man. All game long, great job tackling the football. Like, you throw it on the perimeter, they're coming up. They're not giving the run after the catch to these receivers. A lot of times you see so much damage done after the catch. This defense has been dialed in, and the big play has been a non-issue.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. Desperately wanted to convert on 4th down, but couldn't do it. The give to the back. Runs through the tackle. Oh, he's got some space. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. Offense threatening, 1st and 10 from the 31. A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Baylor! They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
And honestly, it's been about complementary football in this game, right? We've seen this offense go up and down the field. They've been lighting up the scoreboard, but the defense has done a great job, too, getting off the field and putting their offense in really good position in this game. The head coach has got to love what he's seen on both sides of the ball today.
He'll bring it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out in the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Jacksonville State has it back, and the Gamecocks will go to work. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating because you think you might get points, and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. He's got him. He almost picked up the 1st down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. The Gamecocks come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. To the ground to try to pick up the 1st. That play just got wrecked. 3rd and 1, and they went backwards. And the Gamecocks will send out the punt unit. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Yet another punt on the way. Got to make sure that hamstring stays loose. He's been busy. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. There he goes. Got enough for the 1st down. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down.
Okay, break.
Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and the clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here.
Ready?
How aggressive will they get on 1st and 10?
Green 25.
They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. From the gun, running back gets the give. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they built this lead. They've had a great day today.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Quickly to the tight end. He's got enough for the 1st down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here.
That is going to drive this defensive coordinator nuts. A lot of DCs, they focus a ton of energy on how their unit performs on 3rd down and in the red zone. If this defense gives up a couple more 3rd down conversions like that, they're going to be in for a very unpleasant film session on Monday.
Just complete and utter dominance in this one. Outplayed their opponent and took care of